now start with lesson 6. Allons à l'école. Let us go to the school. In this chapter, we learn a few prepositions. We will learn about the third group of verbs, which is the RE group of verbs. We will learn some new irregular verbs, and we will learn ordinal numbers. Cardinal numbers, which is your 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done till 100 in book number 1. Now we will learn ordinal numbers, which is your first, second, third, fourth. So first we will start with the prepositions. So prepositions are used both in English and French to link words and show the relationship between the other words in a sentence. They are generally used before a noun or a pronoun. So sur means on, sous means under, dans is in or inside, devant is in front of, à côté de is besides, derrière is behind, au-dessous is below, and au-dessous is above, and entre is in between. So if you understand the meaning of these prepositions, then you will be able to do the opposites as well. So in the exam, if they ask you to give the opposite of sur, if you know sur means on and you know the word for under, then you know sur and sous are opposites. If they give you devant, in front of, and you know the meaning of behind, which is derrière, then you know that they are opposites. For example, in your vocabulary they have given you contre. Contre is against. Opposite of contre is pour, for. For and against. Loin de is far from, so the opposite is près de. And if they just give you loin, then the opposite is près. Then you will not write de. Then the next one is avant, which means before. After is après. Dans, which means in or inside. The opposite is outside, which is dehors. The other common opposites which are asked in the exam are ici, which means here. So the opposite is there, is là. Ici, là. So they are also opposites. So if you know the meaning of these prepositions, you will be able to do this exercise easily. So the key to getting such kind of exercises right is knowing the meaning of these prepositions. We will now learn the third group of verbs, which is the RE group of verbs. Let us take the verb vendre, which means to sell. So for RE group of verbs, we will cancel the RE. So we are left with VEND. We will copy it everywhere. For je, we will add an S. Tu also we will add an S. For il and L, we don't make any change. So we don't add anything. For nous, we will add ONS. For vous, we will add EZ. For il and L plural, we will add ENT. So the rule is add SS, nothing, nothing, ONS, EZ, ENT, END. So je vende, tu vendes, il vende, elle vende, nous vendons, vous vendez, il vende, elle vende. So once again I will repeat, for RE group of verbs, we will cancel the RE and then add SS, nothing, nothing, ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT. Let us take one more verb. For example, descendre, to descend. So we will cancel the RE. We are left with this. We will copy it everywhere. For je, we will add an S. Tu, S. Il and L, we will not make any change. Nous, ONS. Vous, EZ. Il and L, ENT, ENT. Je descends, tu descends, il descend, elle descend, nous descendons, vous descendez, il descend, elle descend. So once again I'll repeat. For RE group of verbs, we will cancel the RE and add SS, nothing, nothing, ONS, EZ, ENT, ENT. In the textbook, they have given you a list of regular RE ending verbs. So they have conjugated entendre for you. They've given you vendre, répondre, descendre, rendre, and entendre. So these are all your regular RE ending verbs. Then they have given you the conjugation of prendre, which means to take. It ends in RE, but it is irregular. So it does not follow this rule. So you have to memorize the conjugation of the verb prendre. So it is je prends, tu prends, il prend, elle prend, nous prenons, vous prenez, ils prennent, elles prennent. Now, if they have given you the conjugation of prendre and they have given you verbs similar to prendre or apprendre and comprendre, that means if you notice, apprendre is just AP and then prendre. Comprendre is com, C-O-M and then prendre. So, we will do the conjugation of apprendre now. So, the conjugation of apprendre will be like this. Now, since this is starting with a vowel, je will become J apostrophe. So, apprendre. Just notice this is the conjugation of prendre. I have just written AP in front of that. So it will be j'apprends, tu apprends, il apprend, elle apprend, nous apprenons, vous apprenez, ils apprennent, elles apprennent. So this is just prendre. In front of it I have written AP. So you get the conjugation of apprendre. For comprendre also you will do the same thing. You can conjugate prendre and write com in front of it. You will get the conjugation of comprendre. Now two more verbs that they have given you is lire and dire. Lire is to read and dire is to say. Again both of them are irregular. You will have to memorize the conjugation. So the pronunciation is like this. Lire will be je lis, tu lis, il lit, elle lit, nous lisons, vous lisez, il lise, elle lise. And for dire, it will be je dis, tu dis, il dit, elle dit, nous disons, vous dites, ils disent, elles disent. The other irregular verbs that they have given you is écrire and mettre. So if you notice the conjugation of écrire, they have asked you to conjugate d'écrire. It follows the same logic as écrire. So I will conjugate d'écrire for you. So the logic of conjugation will be exactly the same. In fact, if you notice, d'écrire is just D in front of écrire. So you conjugate écrire and write D before that, you will get the conjugation of d'écrire. Décrire to describe. So it will look like this, the conjugation. Je décris, tu décris, il décrit, elle décrit, nous décrivons, vous décrivez, ils décrivent and elles décrivent. So this is écrire. In front of it I have written D, so you get décrire. Now they have given you the conjugation of the verb mettre, which means to put. Again it's an irregular verb. The pronunciation will be like this. Je mets, tu mets, il met, elle met, nous mettons, vous mettez, ils mettent, elles mettent. Now the conjugation of battre and permettre is similar to mettre. So if you notice, permettre is just mettre and in front of it if you write PER, you will get the conjugation of permettre. So I will conjugate battre for you now, which means to fight. It would be je batte, tu battes, il batte, elle batte, nous battons, vous battez, il batte and elle batte. The key to getting it right is just understanding the logic of the conjugation of mettre and applying it with battre. Your Permetre is the conjugation of metre. You just have to write PER in front of it. You will get the conjugation of permetre. We will now move on to ordinal numbers. Now, how do we make a number ordinal? So, you take the cardinal number. So, for example, let's take 2, which is the. To make it from cardinal to ordinal, you have to add I, E, grav, M, E. If the cardinal number ends with an E, you cancel the E and then add I, E, grav, M, E. So, for example, quatre, it ends with an E. So, if you have to make this ordinal, you will cancel the E and then add I, E, grav, M, E. For example, let's take the number 13, which is 13. So, this again ends with an E. We will cancel the E and then add I, E, grav, M, E. There are only 2 exceptions in this, one being 5 and the other one 9. So, the word for 5 is sank. If I have to make it 5th, I will add a U and then add I, E, grav, M, E, sankiem. So, this is the only difference. For number 5, I will add a U and then write I, E, grav, M, E. And for number 9, my 9 is nerve. I will remove the F and I will add a V and then add I, E, grav, M, E. So, these 2 are exceptions. To say first, we will say premier. So, in case if it's a feminine noun, it will be premier, P-R-E-M-I-E, grav, R-E, and if it is a masculine this thing, it will be P-R-E-M-I-E-R. So, first and last, your last is dernier. So, just like premier has 2 forms, first and last, masculine, feminine, your last is dernier. So, this is masculine, this is feminine. Otherwise, any number we can take. Let's say take 30, trente. I want to say 30th. So, trente is T-R-E-N-T-E. So, any number which ends with an E, we will cancel the E and then we will add I, E, grav, M, E. So, this is how we can make numbers from cardinal to ordinal. I will now translate the comprehension for you. Aujourd'hui, nous allons à l'école de manuel. Today, we go to the school of manual. Nous prenons la première rue à gauche, puis nous allons tout droit et nous tournons à droite et voilà. We take the first street to the left, then we go straight and we turn to the right and there it is. Nous sommes devant l'école. We are in front of the school. C'est une grande école. It is a big school. Elle a un rez-de-chaussée et 2 étages. It has a ground floor and 2 floors. Le terrain de sport est derrière l'école. The sports ground is behind the school. La salle de classe, the manual est au 2e étage. The classroom of manual is on the 2nd floor. Dans la classe, il y a des tables, des chaises pour les élèves, un bureau, une chaise pour le professeur et un tableau noir. In the class, there are some tables, some chairs for the students, a desk, a chair for the professor and a blackboard. Il y a aussi une carte de la France contre le mur. There is also a map of France against the wall. Les élèves mettent les livres et les cahiers sur la table. The students put the textbooks and the notebooks on the table. Ils apprennent plusieurs choses. La science, les mathématiques, les langues, la histoire, la géographie, la informatique, le dessin, etc. They learn a lot of things. science, maths, languages, history, geography, computers, drawing, etc. Ils lisent des livres. They read some textbooks. Ils écrivent dans les cahiers et le professeur corrige les devoirs. They write in their notebooks and the professor corrects the homework. Sur la table du professeur, il y a des craies blanches, roses et bleues. On the table of the professor, there are some white, pink and blue chalks. Manuel adore le cours de musique. Manuel loves the music class. Il joue de la guitare. He plays guitar. Now we will do the exercises. So the first one is basically you have to find words which are rhyming. You can do it or you can even skip it. So if you want to do it, it will be like tableau, bureau. They are rhyming. Premiere, derrière. Histoire, noir. So it will be like that. The next one is vrai and faux. L'école de Manuel est près de chez nous. The school of Manuel is near our house. It is false because they have to go some distance for the school. So it is faux. L'école est grande. The school is big. It is vrai. Le terrain de sport est devant l'école. So it is false. The sports ground is behind the school. So faux. Manuel n'aime pas la musique. Manuel does not like music. Faux, because he loves the music class. Il y a une horloge dans la classe. There is a wall clock in the class. There is no information about this, so it is faux. Now you have to find the opposites. So derrière is behind, so in front would be devant. À gauche is to the left, so the opposite is to the right, so à droite. Sous is under, so on is sur. And blanc is white, so the opposite would be noir, black. Now the questions. Comment est l'école de Manuel? How is the school of Manuel? So you can answer the school of Manuel is big. So l'école de Manuel est grande. Where is the sports ground? So you can write le terrain de sport est derrière l'école, is behind the school. Où est la salle de classe de Manuel? Where is the classroom of Manuel? It is on the second floor. So you will write la classe de Manuel est au deuxième étage. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans la classe? What is there in the class? So you will write dans la classe il y a des tables, des chaises pour les élèves, un bureau, une chaise pour le professeur et un tableau noir. We will now look at certain exercises. So the second exercise, which is écrivez le contraire, write the opposite. So la voiture est devant la maison. The car is in front of the house. So you will write the car is behind. So devant is in front of, behind is derrière. So the answer that you will write is la voiture est derrière la maison. Les livres sont sur la table. The textbooks are under the table. So the opposite is on the table. So your answer would be les livres sont sur la table. L'école est à gauche de la piscine. The school is to the left of the pool. So your answer would be to the right. So l'école est à droite de la piscine. L'oiseau est au-dessous de la table. So the bird is above the table. So you have to write now the bird is below the table. So l'oiseau est au-dessous de la table. J'habite près de l'école. I stay near the school. So your opposite would be far. So j'habite loin de l'école. J'habite loin de l'école. Then on page 75, they have asked you to conjugate the verbs. So we've done all these verbs. Attendre is your regular re ending verb. Écrire, the conjugation is given. Dire, the conjugation is given. Mettre, the conjugation is given. Lire also it is given. Rendre is regular re ending verb. Prendre, the conjugation is given, and comprendre will be similar to prendre. So you conjugate prendre and just write com before that. The next one is putting the phrases in negative. So we will now look at exercise number 7 on page 76, which is putting the phrases into negative. The first one is La pharmacia a un secrétaire. So the pharmacy guy has a secretary. So the pharmacist has a secretary. So your negative will be he does not have. So your answer will be La pharmacia n'a pas. Un will change to the secrétaire. The next one is Marie a des devoirs the maths. Marie has some maths homework. So Marie does not have. N'a pas. Your they will change to de. The devoir. Elle lit des romans de Victor Hugo. They read some novels of Victor Hugo. So they do not read. Elle ne lit pas de romans de Victor Hugo. Sophie a un cours de français le mardi matin. Sophie has a French class on Tuesday morning. So she does not have. So Sophie n'a pas de cours de français le mardi matin. Again, en cours we have changed it to the cours. And the last sentence is Notre école a une bibliothèque. Our school has a library. So the sentence will be our school does not. Notre école n'a pas. Une will change to the bibliothèque. So this is how we will make the sentences negative. Une bibliothèque also I have changed it to the bibliothèque in a negative sentence. And on page 75, exercise number 5, all you have to do is write the ordinal number. So for example, mercredi est le dash day of the week. So mercredi is the third day of the week. So you will write troisième, which will be like this. October is the dash month of the year. So the October is the 10th month. So 10th would be dixième. Dimanche est le dash day of the week. So you can either write 7th or the last day of the week. So if you want to write 7th, it will be septième. And last, because jour is masculine, so we will write dernier masculine form. Both options can be correct. February is the second month of the year. So again, second would be deuxième. We celebrate the new year on the first day of January. So the first, again it is day, le jour, it is masculine. So first would be premier. Vendredi, which is Friday, is the fifth day of the week. So fifth is cinquième. Don't forget to write the U in fifth, 5 and 9 being the exceptions. Samedi est le dash day of the week. So Samedi is Saturday, is this the sixth day. So your answer would be sixième. and September is the 9th month of the year. So, your 9th would be Noviem. So, remember your F changes to V, 9 also being an exception. So, this finishes our lesson number 6. Thank you.